I think this whole thing is a big joke. I mean, look at this. I mean,
Band coming round the bend is Boogie Man Band. Is Boogie Man Band.
Greetings, my fellow Fried Beans, and thanks so much for dropping by the Horror Zone channel. I hope everyone's doing well. Today I got something very special to talk about. It's something I've been wanting to do for a couple of months now, ever since I received this item back in January of this year. I'm finally doing my review of Halloween 3, Where the Hell is Michael Myers? The definitive history of horror's most misunderstood sequel. This is written, of course, by writer-director Tommy Lee Wallace. This was put up by Bear Manor Media, and I first heard about this book in April of last year. I just met Tommy Lee Wallace the prior August of 2021 at Sinister Creature Con, and was just so happy speaking with him about this movie and just in films in general, even like Fright Night 2, which I'm another big fan of that work as well. But he couldn't have been a nicer guy, and I'm so happy that, you know, fans are finally giving this film a chance. Halloween 3 has seen a huge resurgence in the last few years. It has become such a bigger film than it originally was when it came out in October of 1982. And I was one of the fans that didn't like it right away, and because Michael Myers wasn't in it. So I don't think I gave it a chance, and it wasn't until about 10 years ago that I finally watched the film on a recommendation from my wife to just sort of give it another chance so many years later, and I fell in love with the film. There have always been fans of Halloween 3 since it came out, but I think more people are warming up to that film now. And I think a lot of it has to do with Scream Factory making that one of their first releases alongside Halloween 2 back in 2012. But I did read this book. I got through it really quickly when I finally just sat down and jumped into it. And while it is like about 261 pages, it is only just a little over 100 pages in actual text in terms of writing. And I think that's where some people have been balking at this book a little bit, and I think a little bit unfairly so. People have said that, you know, it costs too much. It runs about $85 for the hardback. I bought this directly from Bear Manor Media when it went on sale. It went on sale, I believe it was the first full week of December. And my friend Russ Waggis made me aware that it was actually available, and I pre-ordered it the day I could. I got the hardbound version. Now the hardbound retails for about $85. The soft paperback version retails for about $52. And you can get them on Amazon now, as well as buying directly from the distributor. And on top of a foreword by Tom Atkins, it also features behind the scenes photos, some of which I've never seen. It actually also has fan art, people that have submitted stuff to Tommy Lee Wallace over the years that love the film. It has original letters that went out, scripts. It actually has original excerpts from the script. And I really just found this a very sort of easygoing book. It doesn't go into a ton of detail about the filming of the movie, and I think that's what people got a little frustrated by. It's almost like having a conversation with Tommy Lee Wallace. It's not going to go into a ton of detail. This film was made over 40 years ago, and it's more about just, you know, how things fell into place. It also goes into his background, how him and John Carpenter first met, and how they became good friends. And while it's not the best book I've ever read, I really felt like I got to know Tommy Lee Wallace a little bit better than I did. It's more of a personal study of a man who was sort of given something. You know, he wanted to do Halloween 2. It does go into the fact that he turned that down and thought that was going to be kind of the end to his career. And then how he got the opportunity to do Halloween 3, and then it was sort of like all eyes were on him and the pressure that put him under. So I found it really insightful reading this, especially the fact that I've become such a bigger fan of this film. And before now, I mean, we never could have expected to get a book like this. So when I hear fans bitching about it and saying that it looks like it was put together by like a fifth grader, I'm like going, you know, I really just am tired of people feeling so entitled. If you don't want to buy the book, don't buy the book, but don't put somebody down for the hard work that went into this. I did hear rumors that there were some things that were taken out. I don't know if it had something to do with licensing with Universal. I can neither confirm or deny that, but I had a good time with this book, and I feel like if you are a fan of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, you should at least give it a shot. I know it is a little pricey. It is a little bit higher up there in terms of what it costs, but I still think it's a great book, and I really like this hardback version of it that I got. Yes, I paid probably about a little over $100 for it with shipping and everything, but it means a lot to me. It's one of my favorite movies, and if you adore this film, I think you should get it. Support Tommy Lee Wallace. For years he was. I think this was something he really put his heart and soul into, and when it failed, when it came out initially in 1982, I think it was really sort of a knockdown for him, and he really looked at it for decades as a failure. And then to sort of come into the age we're in now with the internet and YouTube and social media, and find out how beloved that this film is by people, I think it's just it's heartwarming to hear that somebody's hard work is finally paying off. So if I was going to give this a rating on my scale, I would definitely give Halloween 3 Where the Hell is Michael Myers 4.5 skulls. Yeah, I definitely recommend people checking this book out. I hope everyone enjoyed this little review. And probably the next book I'm going to be reading is this amazing book that my friend Steve Morey gave me, Beware of the Moon, the story of an American werewolf in London, the monster movie. I can't wait to dive into this one. This looks to be probably kind of like what the book people were wanting with this one. Really into details, has interviews with all of the actors, it appears, just from sort of a quick run through. And it plays more like a Crystal Lake Memories than this one was, and I think people thought this was going to be a lot more like this. But like I said, I'm still appreciative of this book. I think Tommy Lee Wallace did a great job putting this together, and it was great to see that people contributed fan art and things like that, and he put them in the book. It just shows that this book is really for fans, because this movie was hated for decades. So the fact that we got it, I think, is a pretty big miracle, and I'm grateful for all the hard work that went into it. So yeah, that is going to be it. That is my review of Halloween 3, Where the Hell is Michael Myers? I hope everyone enjoyed this. Let me know if you bought the book. Let me know what you think about it. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? That's completely fair, but I had a good time reading it, and I'm glad I have it in my collection. So I will put a link down below to Amazon if people are interested in getting the book. I will also put a link down below to Bear Manor Media, so you can pick up one of the copies for yourself if you want to get it directly from the distributor and don't like Amazon. But thank you so much again for stopping by. I hope everyone's doing well, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Take it easy. Stay scared as always. Hey fellow Fright Fiends, just want to say thank you again for supporting Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone. If you're brand new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell notification so you're updated every time I drop a new video. I typically do this once or twice a week with new content. I've been doing this for over 11 years, and the horror genre is a passion of mine, and it really means a lot to me that I can share that passion with all of you guys. Thanks so much again for the support, and I'll talk to you again later. Take it easy, stay scared as always. Peace.